time. Let's just see who there is. Rock, Don Juan. Butt! Oh my god, we gotta be Butt. That's just an awesome nickname. My name is Butt. You will be destroyed. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are playing an SNK classic. Those blinded by ambition, those consumed with vengeance. But here, they do not exist. Of course, this game, for any of you familiar with this intro, for those of you not, is Garou, Mark of the Wolves, also known as Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves. Actually, here's an interesting bit of trivia. Do you know what Garou translates to? The word Garou in Japanese translates to Hungry Wolf. So this game in Japanese is called Hungry Wolf, Mark of the Wolves. I like that. I really do. Now this looks like an arcade version. I think I'm actually playing the Neo Geo version. Although, I'll talk about that a little bit as I get into this. But I'm playing either the Neo Geo or the arcade version. I'm pretty sure Neo Geo. So that's what I'm going to have this listed as. Because Neo Geo is yet another system that I want to sort of have on my channel. Something I've played games on. You know, part of my quest here, for those of you unfamiliar, by the way, you're watching a series where I'm working my way through a book called 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die. And part of this quest is not only to try different games from all different eras, especially the retro era, but also to try, yeah, there you go, Neo Geo. To try different systems. Because growing up I had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, I got a Sega Genesis at one point, I played a lot of PC games, but I never really played things like Amiga, Commodore, I never really played things like Neo Geo, TurboGrafx 16, I think I played Splatterhouse on TurboGrafx once, which is one of the most iconic games, and maybe Bonk as well. But you know, like there's so many games out there. We live in an era where really there are far more games that exist than we really think. Like sometimes people get sidelined into thinking, oh, you know, what is the next game that's going to come out according to IGN? The summer's, you know, must-play games. We got Fallout 4, and then we have Overwatch and this and that. People get obsessed with these new games coming out. Do you people know how many old games exist? There's so many old games out there. And you may think, why would I waste my time with an old game? One of the things I'm hoping to dispel with this series is the idea that there's so much fun gameplay to be had in these old games. Alright, we're getting a little tutorial here, how to play Swift Punch, Pummeler Punch, Swift Kick, and Colossal Kick. Interesting. The AB buttons for an evasion. Oh, we all know that I don't know how to actually evade. After choosing a character, set up the TOP area. What is going on? Look, the TOP attacks are activated when life enters the area. Okay. During activation, attack power will increase. Also, life energy gradually increases. Who knew? Who knew? Use a TOP attack. So when you get hurt enough, I guess, you get more ability? Okay, well, whatever. We're going to figure it out. That's an interesting mechanic if that's the way it works. So the more damage you take, the more ability you have to do stuff. Okay. For some reason it wasn't picking up my joystick there. I might have to configure the controls. We're fighting at Philanthropy Belfry. We're fighting at like some old church or something, by the looks of it. Doves flying everywhere. Perfect site for a good old brawl. What, the doves took her coat? Damn right generous of them. They could have at least taken my shoes. Okay, hold on. It is not detecting my joystick here. Timeout, timeout, timeout! Alright, we're back and we actually have control of our character this time. Let's just see who there is. Rock, Don Juan. Butt! Oh my god, we gotta be Butt. That's just an awesome nickname. My name is Butt. You will be destroyed. Like, hilarious. Butt versus Jaehoon. They even said Butt. That is hilarious. I wonder if that was intentional. Or if that was just like, you know, in Japan, like, ooh, butt means like established warrior or something, you know? It's like a phonetic translation. Meanwhile, in like America, it means like the fleshy bottom part of somebody's, I don't know, body? Well, how would you define a butt without calling it a butt? Like, what would you say? It is the I don't know, the jiggly lower part of somebody where their legs meet their torso. That's this guy. He decided to take that name after watching so many Kung Fu masters go at it. His idea was to instill fear in them. You must remind them of their butts. Alright, feels like something that like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia would do. Like his name would be Butt in a fight. But Butt is kicking some butt. Booyah! I don't know what I'm doing in this fighting. Oh! And he just totally hulked out on his shirt. Imagine you could like tense your muscles so much that your shirt ripped off. I mean, first of all, that would just be an indication that you need to buy bigger shirts. Oh my god, that guy used fire. Judges, I think that is a violation of the tournament rules. I didn't know we could bring fire. He probably can't even kick fire. It's just like he literally brought a lighter and like doused his foot in like kerosene before the fight. Okay, Butt is doing significantly worse this time around. I wish I knew how to do moves. I'm trying to do 2 buttons at the same time like they told me. Use my TOP. Use the top of Butt. The top of Butt. The top of Butt failed. I lost to Jaehoon. Everyone in the audience is like, yeah, and that one woman is like, anyone want some soup? I'm selling soup. Final round. You got nothing against Butt. I'm just gonna do my patented... Oh, he knows how to get out of that one. I guess in this game they know how to get past... Oh, Butt has a first name. His first name is Kushnood. Kushnood Butt. He's not a very... He's a dirty fighter, I'll say that. Like that one woman who's selling soup, she's like totally unimpressed by the fight. She's like, is your fight over yet, boys? Meanwhile, like all the dudes in the audience are like, oh my god, look at him. He's near his top. He's doing like a Kordukin kick. Oh no! Counter hit! Counter move! She's like, the soup's getting cold. Oh no, Butt! Pull it together, Butt! Pull it together! Yes! Butt KO'd some guy. Oh, I wanted to teabag him. Oh! I feel like he jammed that plank of wood right in the guy's face. So Butt is fighting to avenge a fallen father. His father's was taken from this world, and Butt has a lot of anger as a result. A lot of rage issues. So let's see if we can figure out how to do a move here. So wait. Swift punch, and... Okay, so you want to press these two together. I gotcha. Butt's learning. Okay, leave Butt alone. This guy didn't even take his shirt off to fight. Like, I at least got into, like, what is it, a gi? The, like, karate uniform that I'm in. Although it does look pretty tattered. It looks like a very used gi. He's like, I saved my good one for formal occasions. Street fights, I wear the old tattered one. These are basically also my pajamas. They double up. Whereas this guy's like, I don't even want to take my coat off. Honestly. For being totally honest. Okay. I'm pressing the things at the same time. It's not doing anything. Hitting all the buttons. I punched the air vigorously before I was defeated. What did my guy say to me? Timeout? Now, I've said this on multiple occasions before, but I am not a fighting game guy. Literally, my strategy for fighting games is a bit of a button mash. I just never learned how to do fighting games. Oh! Although I did one there. Okay, I'm going to start moving this joystick around a little more. I think that's the key. That's the key to Butt, is moving the joystick. Pushing it, butts. Oh, come on. It's hard to talk during this. But, yeah. So, okay, this is the Neo Geo version, I think. Oh, we did a good move there. Yes. Okay, hold on. Attack. No. Butt lost. Now, this is the Neo Geo version. It's also the arcade version. The Neo Geo is a system I heard a lot about growing up, and I heard about how it was superior to the home... We're going to let this go out, because we'll try being a different character. Oh, it's kind of funny how the numbers are like twisting around. What's going on with them? But I heard a lot growing up how the Neo Geo was better than the Nintendo, was better than the systems that... Oh my god, they don't give you any time... Oh, I was going to say to enter a name. You have like 10 seconds to enter your whole name. Oh man, I messed it up. JD. Jada. There you go. I wasn't paying attention at all there. As we know from earlier videos, I definitely can mess up the spelling of my own name. Game over. You fool. You fool, you lost at this tournament. Okay, we're going to try one more time. Let's just quickly see who the characters are again. Mind ourselves. We don't want Rock. He looks like a jerk. We've seen Hataru. You don't even have enough time to get to the right side of the screen. Kevin. Z. Oh, that's a Birdman. Gato. Okay, we got to be the Birdman. I kind of want to be Kevin, too. We'll make sure we play a little bit of Kevin, a little bit of Birdman here. Try a few. Let's go middle sets. It is interesting how you get more powerful when you take more damage. So if you are used to fighting and not taking very much damage, you should put that at the up front. But you can put it in the middle, you can put it at the end. It's kind of, that adds an interesting strategic element to the game, I gotta say. I haven't been able to use it effectively, but it is interesting. I love this background too. You gotta imagine these people at the restaurant, they're like, oh my god, there's a man fighting a giant muscly bird outside. Which, speaking of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I was recently watching the episode where they dress up as, like, Birdmen to wrestle. Men, or birds with the muscles of men, is what they said in that show. That is a hilarious show for anyone who's never seen it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It can be a very offensive show, but it is a very funny one as well. So, take it for what it is. Okay, come on, do a bird move! This, like, I've never seen a bird built like this. This guy should be like a bear, not a bird. Come on, walk into this, buddy. You're no match for the power of Birdfoot. Yes. Maybe I'm like Bird Person from Rick and Morty. Yes. He literally is a bird. It's not a mask because his mouth opened there. Anyway, Neo Geo. Yeah, the Neo Geo was basically what the Neo Geo is it's like a home console that has the power of an arcade. So it's like if you play Neo Geo games, you literally are playing the same games that you'd be playing in the arcade. And as a result, like the Neo Geo console, I think it cost like $1,500 when it came out, which is actually an insane amount of money. I think like adjusted for inflation, the Nintendo was something like $300, or maybe even $400. But yeah, the Neo Geo was expensive. Hey, why did the birds serve her? They should be serving me. And when the Neo Geo was first invented, it was developed as a rental system. They actually developed it as a system that would solely be used by, I guess, like movie stores and stuff, and you could rent it, and then you could play arcade games at home. So it was sort of this gimmick of, come, rent a system for a weekend and play all your favorite arcade games in the comfort of your home. And that's actually a cool idea. I guess what the developers didn't anticipate is that people were willing to spend the $1,500 or whatever and buy Neo Geos for themselves. So shortly after releasing the sort of rental-only version, they ended up releasing a home version. And that was a thing that people could buy. And so as a kid, I never understood any of this, and I didn't really know what the Neo Geo was. All I knew is that anytime I would see it in like gaming shows, ooh, you like that move? Like shows that would review video games or whatever, whenever you saw the Neo Geo, it had pretty crazy good graphics, crazy good games, and I was always jealous of why I didn't have a Neo Geo. I didn't really realize how expensive the thing was. Not that it would have stopped me wanting as a kid. As a kid, you have no idea the value of dollars. You're just like, Mom, I want this. And she's like, well, literally, if we buy it, we won't be able to afford our mortgage. And you're like, I don't know what a mortgage is or what money is, but just get me this thing and stop talking so much about why we can't afford it. That's literally the mentality of every kid out there. So you can't have a rational conversation with a kid about a $1,500 system not being a wise investment. I wouldn't have had it. I wouldn't have stood for it. I wouldn't have got the system, of course, because I wasn't spoiled as a kid. Boom! Bird Person ripped you apart. AAA fighting level. I think if I can get AAA in a fighting game, there's something wrong with the game. I'm just going to go on the record and say that. Oh, what is he doing? Arg. What is this, Bat Person? Oh, God! Okay, this looks very inappropriate. No time to left. Come to me, almighty, on... I have no idea what we just witnessed. Now we're fighting at, like, Niagara Falls. Or no, Barboi Falls. Alright, cool. Can do this. We're fighting this monk. He was just going for a walk near the waterfall when a giant bird approached him. A bird with the muscles of men. So anyway, because this is a Neo Geo game, it still has the thing like insert quarters, credits, and so on. And because of that, I can't fully tell if I am actually playing the arcade version or the Neo Geo version. But from what I've read, there's really no difference. They're essentially the same game. So whatever, I'm calling this the Neo Geo version because I want to at least say I've played one Neo Geo game for realsies in my life. So maybe one day I'll actually be able to afford a Neo Geo system. Even today, though, they're not cheap. Okay, we're in a stalemate here, and he figured out a way out of the stalemate. It was to jump over my cheap punch and just kick me in the face. Which, oh god! Oh, I'm glad that we interfered with that move of his. Oh god. So if you're interested in this game, you're probably getting to see lots of the cool combos and moves from the point of view of the computer, because Jay here is not able to do any of them. There's very few fighting games that I really did get good at as a kid. I remember playing One Must Fall 2097 or something like that. That was an interesting game. That was a game where it was robots who were fighting each other. And between matches, you could like upgrade stuff like your gyros and your like actuators and stuff, and your robots could get better at fighting. So that was pretty cool. I like that. I like the idea that you could literally customize your character like a car between matches. His shirt came off too. There's something with shirts flying off after the match. It's like a rite of passage. It's like, oh no, you gotta wear your shirt until you win. But once you win, oh yeah, tear that baby off. You're a fool to keep wearing it. Power gauge max, difficulty level down. Yeah, give me difficulty level down. Yeah, baby. Okay, who else we got? Jenet. I like the looks of her. Oh, what? Terry and Rock are different guys? They might as well be the same. Okay, we're gonna be the Jenet girl. She is pretty damn attractive, I'll say that. I'm gonna go with the middle combat thing. I think her attractiveness will work well because it will distract the enemy. They make, there's always this thing about how female characters are so heavily sexualized in games that like their armor is basically like lingerie. And it's true, I mean that's pretty ridiculous when you think about it. But the only thing I will say about that is maybe when she's fighting a man, like this guy, she could try and use it to her advantage as a distraction. Have him like underestimate her. I mean, it's not like he's wearing armor. He's just wearing the normal amount of clothes. But so far, the whole distraction gambit is not working very effectively. Oh, but that worked. How did I do that? Oh, there was a move. Huh. One thing about modern fighters, like the old fighters, they used to... Oh, yeah! Boom! It did work to her advantage. The old fighters used to have different moves, and there was like the down, forward, up, Hadouken or whatever. Mortal Kombat had like the down. Oh, when she walks, she totally is trying to seduce him. Like when she walks forward, she's like, "Oh yeah, here it comes, boom!" Bet you thought I was gonna kiss you. Instead, I'm gonna kick your butt. Although you kind of kicked mine. Yeah, so the old fighting games had like a set of standard moves that you could do, and I guess if you learn them, you would be pretty good. In these games. Modern fighters have kind of gotten rid of that. Like, to the degree there are still moves in modern games, you can usually press start and just look them up. I guess there was a time when, like, in the fighting games, you wouldn't want to reveal what the moves were for a character, and, like, people would have to discover it through word of mouth, but nowadays with the internet, nobody would give any time, nobody waste any time without looking up the moves, so the creators are like, oh, whatever, we'll put the moves in the game. What the heck was that? Style, the art of the ninja. I should be reading these things. I wonder what the styles are of these different guys. Okay, she has an entourage of like weird French guys. I like that move of hers, where she like throws a little winged tornado down. I don't know how to do it. I've realized that you need to like move the joystick around if you want to like do moves. And so I'm kind of doing that, although it's not helping right now. Oh god. No! I do like how when you lose, you're allowed to turn the difficulty down. That might be how I get through this game, to be totally honest. Oh god! She's just on the ground, passed out. And this guy, he's like a monkey boy. What's going on with him? Half the people who are here for this fight, they're just working on their cars. It's like something happened and their cars broke down. Oh god! Yeah, I just lost this match. It's game over right now. Jeez, he tore me apart. But like nobody's even watching the fight. He's eating apples and dynamite. What the heck? Phew, I was overwhelmed. City life is just so wild. It's like the wild city boy monkey. Alright, let's see what we can do here. How about difficulty level down? We're just gonna keep going for that one. Okay, Bennett, we've seen her. Who do we want to see? Butt, we've seen Butt. Ooh, we do want to see Kevin. Freeman. That looks more like Depressed Man. Alright, let's give him a try. Oh man, he looks like a monster. He's like, my life is a farce. I am but a grim ghoul, specter of death. Alright, here we go. So what's your generic strategy in fighting games? Or do you even have one? Like if you were to sit down and play a fighting game you've never played before, could you figure out some moves? Or is it like a thing where like literally you have to study a fighting game to be good at it? I think that's one thing that maybe has always held me back in fighting games, is that like if somebody sits me down and puts me in front of a first-person shooter that I've never played before, I can more or less figure out what to do. I may not know which gun is the best, and you may have to tell me about some secondary fires, but more or less I understand everything I have to do to win, and I know what the controls are. Same with like a platformer or most puzzle games and so on. But like with fighting games, I always found like the moves they're pretty obscure and hidden, and they're very different depending on what game you're playing. And so, like, in this game, I have no idea how to do the special moves. I could have looked it up, but, I mean, I'm sure I'll do that for some later fighting games. I guess I just kind of felt like, what's the point? Like, if you have to look up, you know, so many different instructions for every fighting game, I mean, I don't know, that's just sort of not how I play games, I suppose. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. What am I saying? If that's how fighting games work, that's how they work, but... Like, yeah, I don't fully know if I'm doing any special moves with this guy, or indeed how to do them. Oh, there was a special move. Boom! So, wiggling the joystick back and forth and tapping all the buttons. Winning strategy. Fighting level S. I'll teach you the joy of an instant death. Is that what he said? I didn't read it fast enough. Slam free field. Style original. That's not a fighting style. Oh shoot, it's a mirror match. He teleported his clothes off. See, now this makes sense for this guy, where like, really, he's probably just fighting his own inner demons under a bus shelter. Like, there is no other person, it's just him fighting himself in his mind. I wonder how loud the controller sounds on this mic actually right now, because I'm like really going to town on it. Oh, we destroyed him, though. I'm the specter of death, sir. You will never have joy in this life. So yeah, what are your fighting game strategies? If you played a fighting game that you've never played before, but you know how to play fighting games, could you more or less figure it out? And am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that something like a first-person shooter or like a platformer, it's easier to figure out than a fighter? Because I mean, this is just my experience. Oh God, what was that? A one-hit kill? Oh yeah, that's fair. What is happening in the background? There's like a hobo crawling around the shadows. Look on the far right of that car. Hold on. We'll get over there. See, there's like somebody in the shadows over near where I'm standing. He's right between us now. What is he doing back there? What even is that? Like a dog, maybe. We're gonna destroy this guy. How dare you kill yourself? Now you're gonna die. Oh, you with that jerk move. Oh, you interrupted my version of it? Unfair. Boom. I got AAA fighting. Toodle-doo. Yeah, that looks like something he would say. He has the demeanor of someone who says toodle-doo. What? I'm fighting a bear? Oh, wait, I'm fighting Butt. I can't get over that name. Why would they name him that? Also, can we talk about the name of this game for a bit? What was it? Hungry Wolf, Mark of the Wolf? That is hilarious. I don't know if it's intended to be funny, but it totally is. Oh, this guy's destroying me. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away! I think Butt's gonna kill me. Butt and his bears. His butt bears. You saw that coming. Okay. I'm just showboating now in front of this guy. Oh my god. I think he's gonna destroy me. I think I got one fight left in me. So we'll probably lose again with Freeman here. I want to call him Freeman, like Dune 2. Oh my god. Probably lose, and then we'll give Kevin a try. And we'll see if we can beat Butt with Kevin. Because I feel like Butt and Kevin might have some history that literally, you know, is going to come to play in the fight. There's some unfinished business between Butt and Kevin. I really want to know what that says. If someone can translate it for me, please do. Okay, one more coin. Let's go see what, let's turn Butt's difficulty down. And let's go see what all the hubbub is about. Here's Kevin. He looks like a dick, actually. Like, he looks like he's overconfident. Maybe like a bully. He's a bully in school. We're going to turn our power meter up to the beginning. Kevin's going to come on strong. He's going to start strong against Butt. And he's going to cool down near the end. He's like reading a newspaper. He does not look like the type of guy to read a newspaper. And what, he like brought his kid to the fight? It's like me and my 8-year-old are enrolled in the tournament. It's like, oh, so he's going to watch you? It's like, no, he's going to like, I don't know, when your back is turned, beat you up or something. Like, why is he there? That is hilarious. Oh yeah, Kevin kicked Butt's butt. Of course, we did turn the difficulty down, but we're not going to focus on that too much. We're going to say it's all me. Yes, Butt. Die, Butt. You are weakened, Butt. Yes. Eat it. Oh, Butt does not stand a chance. Turns out I do know a couple of moves, and that was a boot to the face. A boot to the face, and the wolves are just like, Butt? Butt? Are you okay, Butt? That's what you get, Butt. Kushnood. We like working our way up to like Satan himself. Marky curses, where'd he go? To think someone who got so far would be such a whiner. Even a mercenary cop become blah blah blah. Hey you there, where's Marky? Tell me or you'll pay. Oh, he stole my kid. See, this is why you don't bring a kid to... What is happening? What am I fighting, Bigfoot? That's why you don't bring a kid into a tournament fight, bro. Especially when you're fighting against Satan himself. Or wait, am I fighting against the Birdman? No, this is Satan! Oh my god. Grant. Well, we know Satan's first name now, guys. It's Grant. Grant Jenkins. Oh god. Grant. Grant, no! Grant! Grant, no! Give me my kid back and we'll call it even. There's no need to embarrass yourself further. Oh! He kicked my butt. You know, one of the only other fighting games I remember playing was... what game was it? It was a game on the computer, and you had like Chinese fighters. And that's like the most general description ever. You know, it was a fighting game, came from China. You know, you guys know. But I do remember spending a long time with my friend learning all the moves, and to the point where we knew the counter moves for everything. I suppose that is the fun of fighting games. When you come to learn a fighting game so well that you can literally do move and counter move with your friends. That's kind of where the joy of these games comes from. And you know what? So, I mean, that is kind of... I get that. Okay, let's end with Hataru. Let's end with the girl here. I get that. I get that. I think for me, there's very few fighting games that ever happened. The few where it did happen, though, I definitely had some fun with them. I think, as I said already in this video, though, my issue with fighting games is when I try a new one, I find that I don't have any point of reference, so it's really hard for me to be good at a game that I actually have just no familiarity with, you know? So. Now, this game really is pay to win, because you can just keep turning down the difficulty of your opponents until you can beat them. Giving Satan a run for his money here. come on, come on, come on, come on! Kill him! Kill him! Yeah! No, 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 no. Can you guys hear all those buttons being mashed? No, no, no! No, no, no! Didn't matter in the end, though. Well, let's start wrapping up our experience here with Garou. This is one of the 1001 games I decided to play before I died. Actually, it wasn't one of the ones I decided, it was one of the ones that was in the book, 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die. By the way, for anyone who's been following my series who does not own that book, you should definitely check out that book. I mean, I personally recommend it. I obviously think it's a sort of great title to pick up, great coffee table book. I know there have been some reviews of it that suggest it focuses somewhat too much on more modern games, and I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, obviously, I do really endorse the book, and I have a lot of fun with it. Hell, I'm making a YouTube series following the book, so I think it is a great book, worth checking out. Go at least look at it if you don't have it. But anyway, as far as... Holy right. As far as Garou goes, I think we've learned that when you enter a fighting tournament with your son and you're fighting against Satan, nobody wins. I mean, what's the good outcome of that scenario? That you humiliate a man named Butt? Yeah, no, that's just leave your children at home if you're entering these fighting tournaments. In terms of the pros of this game, it does have an interesting mechanic where the amount of health you have can determine how powerful your moves are, and you have some strategy in where you place that. I think that's kind of interesting. I thought there were interesting characters. The fighting felt smooth, and although I personally was button mashing, there was an interesting variety of moves. So I would say in terms of fighting games, this looks to be a solid entry. Now, personally, to me, I didn't see too much that made it stand out above and beyond just a standard, decent fighting game. And that may be my own blindness from not knowing what constitutes the really upper echelon of fighting games. So I would say, as a result of all of this, you know, is this a game you must play before you die? I think the answer is no. Is this a game that you could play before you die? I think the answer is yes. If you're looking for a decent retro fighting game, I think this is one you might want to give a shot to. If you're not a fighting game kind of guy like me, this is a game that you definitely easily could skip. You know, there's nothing sort of groundbreaking here in the sense of non-fighting game guys are going to want to be, or girls are going to be pulled into it. But, you know, it does seem like a pretty fun game. So, yeah, take it for what it is. Maybe check it out before you die. Or else, you know, just enjoy this playthrough with me. Either way, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this playthrough. If so, please go ahead, give me a like, give me subscribe. I'll be back in a couple days with a new video and a new game, and you don't want to miss out on that. So until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, don't fight too many bird people, and leave your children at home when you enter fighting tournaments run by Satan. And that's Gaming Jay's advice of the day. Until next time, guys, peace. Oh, although I did one there. Okay, I'm going to start moving this joystick around a little more. I think that's the key. That's the key to butt, is moving the joystick.